This is the Focus Shift podcast, your best listening experience for creating your best online business. We'll focus on topics that help you get discovered. So sit back, listen, take notes if you like, and get excited about growing your business.
That feeling. It's like 2 a.m. and you're staring at your monitor.
Oh, I know this feeling.
You just had a perfect shoot, the art is safe on the memory card. But then it hits you.
The dread.
The dread. I haven't sent that invoice. My website is from like 2024, and I have no clue what SEO even means for this new gallery.
It's the classic creative split, right? You're an artist. That's the whole reason you got into this. But you also have to be a CEO, a marketer, a tech support person for yourself.
Exactly. I'd much rather be editing photos than figuring out my contact form blues. And, well, that's exactly where we're going today.
We are diving deep.
We are. We've got a transcript from the PhotoBiz Masterclass 2026, dated January 23, 2026.
And we should be clear, this isn't some generic how-to guide. This source is basically a crash course on how the photography business works now in 2026, because things have changed a lot.
Yeah, it feels like the whole industry has shifted from this mindset of build everything from scratch, which is just exhausting, to something else.
To refine and polish, using AI, using integrated tools to do the heavy lifting for you.
So today we're unpacking all of it. The website, the online store, scheduling, marketing, the whole ecosystem. Let's start with the biggest headache for most people.
The website, your digital storefront.
Right. So the source talks about this PhotoBiz AI website creator. And it frames it as a huge paradigm shift.
It really is. Think about the old way. You pick a template and then what?
You're just staring at empty boxes. A ghost town. You have to write your about me. You have to figure out the header image. It can take weeks.
It's demoralizing. But this source uses a phrase that really stood out to me. It said, you don't start with a website builder, you start with a finished website.
Which sounds a little like marketing fluff, right?
Yeah.
But then they explain how it works, and it starts with this thing called the 25-image rule.
Yeah, this part is brilliant. Before it does anything, you have to upload at least 25 of your photos.
And it's not just busy work.
No, not at all. It's data analysis. If you upload just one photo, what does the AI know about your style? Nothing. But with 25, it can see your color palette, your composition. It learns your visual fingerprint.
So it knows, okay, this one is a hero image for the homepage, and this one is perfect for the about page next to some text.
Exactly. It places them intelligently. So the first time you see your site, seconds later, it's not filler text in gray boxes. It's your work, already making sense.
Okay, but the visuals are only half of it. The part that always gets me, and I know it gets a lot of creatives, is the writing, the copy.
The blinking cursor of death.
Yes. How do you write a bio that doesn't sound, stuffy or weird?
Well, that's where the brand voice input comes in. This was a key part of the masterclass. You don't just say, I'm a wedding photographer. You pick a vibe.
Like what?
The source lists a few, like polished and professional, or fun and playful, or friendly and casual.
And they give a great example with this Jane Doe Studios profile. She does high school senior photos.
Right. So if she chose polished and professional, the site would sound like a law firm. It would totally miss the mark.
No 17-year-old is booking that.
Not a chance. So she picks friendly and casual, and the AI generates copy that's enthusiastic and approachable. It actually sounds like someone a teenager would want to work with. It automates the personality.
And then there's the stuff happening in the background, the invisible work, the SEO.
The stuff that makes you want to tear your hair out.
Seriously. Who wants to write meta titles and alt text?
And just for anyone listening who isn't deep in the weeds, alt text is that description you're supposed to add to every single image so search engines can read it. It takes forever.
But the AI just does it.
It does it. It knows you're in, say, New York City, and you shoot senior photos, so it auto-generates all that back-end data. It's a massive technical hurdle, just gone.
The source used an analogy for this that I really loved. It said this whole process changes your job title. You're not a web designer anymore.
You're an editor. It's like working in Lightroom. You open a raw photo, the image is already there, you're just tweaking the exposure, adjusting the contrast, maybe a little crop.
You're not building the photo pixel by pixel, you're refining it.
That's the mindset. The website is built. You're just asking the AI to rewrite a sentence or using a quick menu to adjust spacing. You're polishing, not pouring the foundation.
Which saves so much mental energy you're going to need for the part that actually, makes you money.
The e-commerce engine, the store. Because a pretty website that can't take payments is just an art project.
The masterclass broke this down really well. It started with the big three prerequisites.
The unsexy but essential stuff: merchants, shipping, and taxes.
So you connect your Stripe or Square, you decide if it's pickup or flat rate shipping, and you let the system figure out the sales tax.
Get the plumbing sorted. Once that's done, you can get to the interesting part, which is the product hierarchy, how you actually sell your work.
And they made this distinction between fixed and flexible packages
Yeah.
that I thought was really smart from a psychology standpoint.
A huge difference. A fixed package is what we all know, the gold package. 2 8x10s, 4 5x7s, that's it.
It's a set menu, no substitution.
Exactly. But a flexible package gives the client control. It might be, say, choose any 5 prints. The client gets to pick their favorite photos. They feel empowered.
They feel like they're curating their own collection.
Right. And then you have the big one, the full event digital download, which is pretty standard now. But here's the real pro-level tip they shared.
Which is,
Tagging.
okay, explain that. Because I hear tagging and I think of, like, Instagram.
This is back-end business tagging. So when you create your family portrait package, you give it a tag in the system. Let's call it Family 2026. When a client buys that package,
That tag gets attached to their customer profile.
you got it. So now you have a list of all your family portrait clients.
So why does it matter?
Because it's November. You want to run a promotion for holiday cards. Instead of blasting your entire email list, you send a targeted offer just to the people tagged Family 2026.
Hey, loved our shoot. Want to turn those photos into holiday cards?
Precisely. The conversion rate on that is going to be so much higher than a generic email blast. It's precision marketing.
That is so smart. And speaking of converting sales, they also mentioned the cart reminder series.
The abandoned cart emails, we all get them.
And they work.
They absolutely work. Someone's about to buy prints, their kid starts crying, they close the browser, the system sees that, and a few hours later sends a joyful email, hey, did you forget something?
It's basically found money. You're recovering sales that would have just vanished.
And one last thing on the store side that was great, the mom sharing with grandma loop.
Right. The gallery sharing feature.
Yes, the client can send a secure link to their gallery to family. So grandma clicks the link, and now she's not on Facebook, she's on your website with your branding looking at the photos.
And she can buy her own prints right there.
You've just turned one client into multiple potential customers. It's brilliant.
So the store is humming, but for most photographers, the inventory isn't prints. It's time.
And managing that time is a nightmare. The back and forth emails.
So let's talk about the scheduler. The goal here is to turn the website into your own personal assistant.
The source broke it down into 2 types, recurring services and custom date services.
Recurring seems straightforward.
Yeah, that's your evergreen stuff.
Yeah.
I do headshots on Tuesdays from 10 to 4. You set it and forget it. People book themselves.
But the custom date services, that felt like a real power move.
That's for your campaigns. Their example was a spring mini session. You want to do a whole day of back-to-back sessions on, say, March 28th only.
You create a service that only exists on that one day.
It creates scarcity, and it saves you from email hell. You just send one link to a special landing page, and clients pick from the available slots.
And this is the most important part. They have to pay the deposit to confirm the booking.
Booking with payment. That's the key. No pay, no spot. It basically eliminates no-shows.
And I want to quickly touch on the quotes to invoices flow, because that's another friction point.
Asking for money is awkward. This process makes it professional. For a big job, like a wedding, you send a formal quote or a proposal for the client to review and digitally sign.
And once it's signed,
One click. The system converts that approved quote directly into an invoice. No retyping anything. It's clean, it's professional, and it's all tracked.
okay, so quick recap. The AI has built the site, the store is running, the calendar is automated, but you need to get people there in the first place.
Marketing, the final boss.
The masterclass had this philosophy that I found really calming. Marketing is not about being everywhere. It is about being clear and consistent.
Thank goodness, because the pressure to be on every single platform doing every trend is just a recipe for burnout.
They laid out what they call a marketing ecosystem.
Yeah, think of it like a solar system. Your website is the sun. It's the center where the real business happens.
And the other thing.
Social media is for discovery, how people find you. Video is the connective tissue. It builds personality. And email. Email is for trust and retention.
They called email the highest ROI, which feels kind of old school, but they made a really good case for it.
It's because you own your email list. The Instagram algorithm can change overnight. Your list is yours. And the strategy isn't to spam people. It's a simple welcome email and then maybe a monthly check-in.
With a video clip embedded in it, which they said boosts clicks. And that brings us to video, the thing that terrifies so many photographers.
Because they think it has to be this massive cinematic production.
Right. But the source just completely debunks that. For 2026, the mantra is short, authentic, and specific.
People crave authenticity, not perfection. And they gave 4 content pillars, so you're never stuck for ideas.
Behind the scenes, social proof, personality, and education.
That education one is so powerful. And they shared a formula for the video's hook. You start by naming a pain point.
The example was, most families are nervous about photos. Here's how I fix that.
Boom! You just grab the attention of every parent on the internet. You're not selling photos. You're selling a stress-free experience. You're showing empathy.
And to prevent that burnout we mentioned, they gave the 3 posts a week rule.
So good. 3 thoughtful, intentional posts are way better than 7 days of panic, low-quality content just to feed the machine.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The masterclass had this Q&A where they reviewed some real user websites, a Kenneth and a Sarah.
This is the expert touch section, the details that take a site from good to great.
They talked about a feature called story panels. What is that?
It's a way to break up the grid. Instead of just a block of photos, it's a scrolling section that layers text over images, maybe even has a video playing in the background. It tells a story.
So you could walk a potential client through a wedding day, getting ready, the ceremony.
Exactly. It's more engaging. It keeps them on the page longer. And they paired that idea with text wrapping.
Which sounds so simple, but on a website, it just looks expensive.
It does. It makes the page feel like a high-end magazine layout. It subconsciously communicates quality and professionalism.
They also gave some tough love on design consistency with the rule of 3.
This is so essential. Stick to 3 fonts, 1 for titles, 1 for paragraphs, and 1 for accents, and 3 core colors. That's it.
Because anything more than that, and
It just looks messy, looks amateur. Restraint is the key to looking professional.
there was also this one user experience problem on Kenneth's site that they called ping-ponging.
A classic mistake. To see the next portfolio gallery, you had to hit the back button, go back to the main menu, and then click the next link.
Ping-pong, back and forth. It's annoying.
It's friction. It breaks the flow. The solution is secondary navigation. At the bottom of the newborn gallery, there should be a button that says Next, View Family Portraits.
You guide them. You don't make them find their own way. It's like a museum.
Precisely. You lead them deeper and deeper into your work until they have no choice but to hit the Book Now button.
Wow. We've covered so much ground. AI, e-commerce, scheduling, marketing, design.
It is a lot, but I think if you boil it all down, the big takeaway is that the technology is finally at a point where it serves the artist, not the other way around.
It handles the boring work.
Exactly. It does the SEO, it sends the invoice reminders, it manages the schedule, it lets the photographer actually be a photographer.
Be present at the shoot, not worrying about the admin waiting for you at home.
I loved the final analogy they used, the storefront.
Me too.
They said, your Instagram is just the person on the sidewalk handing out flyers. It gets attention.
Yeah.
But your website, that's the actual store.
And you wouldn't invite a client into a messy, half-finished store.
Yeah.
You want it clean, polished, and ready for business.
It's such a powerful way to think about it, and it leaves a challenge for everyone listening.
It does. Are you spending your time as a builder, constantly struggling with the infrastructure of your business?
Or are you an editor?
Are you just refining and polishing a system that's already working for you?
If you find yourself doing the same manual tasks over and over again, you're stuck in builder mode. The goal for 2026 is to automate those things so you can be the editor, be the artist.
Get out of the back office and get back behind the camera. That's where the value is.
That's the whole point. And it finally seems possible.
Thank you so much for breaking all this down. It's
Yeah.
amazing to see how these tools are catching up to what creatives actually need.
It's a real game changer. The future is bright if you're willing to let the machines do the boring stuff.
Couldn't have said it better. And for you listening, find one thing in your workflow this week. Just one thing you can automate. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
The Focus Shift podcast is presented by PhotoBiz, the best website solution for photographers. Whether you're launching your site or scaling your online business, PhotoBiz has your back. To get started for free, visit photobiz.com today.